Did I fix it? Is it fixed? Are we back? Are we good? Did I fix it? Let me see. I'm waiting for the chat to catch up. Oh my god. Apparently I was... literally the first thing I said was, is this the first stream with no technical issues? Apparently I was streaming my third audio track. And you can't change audio tracks mid-stream. So I had to kill the stream, switch to audio track 1, and then start the stream. Neat. How we doing? Zark1, Alicia, Mike H, Laszlo, Obscura, Digitize, Vine, Vinny, Durg, Fern Stranger, Corey, Peota, Wolfgang, Matthew, Blabarian. Oh, it's so good to see so many people. So many of those. Oh, you can see me twice. Oh, hello. Oh, no. Anyway. Is it out of sync? The audio might be out of sync. Hold on. Hold up. I think I need to do... Let me set this to, like, 100. How's that? Is that better? Is that better? Is the delay better? It's because my camera is such high quality. This stream looks like it's dubbed. No, it is not better. Okay, hold up. I hate this. The camera runs at like 1920, 1080, 60 frames. How about now? That might be... I have to add a delay to my audio in order for it to match my webcam. It's really awkward. I haven't streamed in like 6 months. Yes, better. Still slightly off. Still slightly off. Better, but not perfect. Okay, I can make this perfect. As usual. All right, let's go like 450 milliseconds. Almost half a second. How is that? We finding the paths, but right now the path is just the audio sync. Looking good? Hell yeah. Fantastic. It's just gonna be hard to... Yeah. No, that's fine. We should be good. That's great. Awesome. I don't know why. My camera, it's good quality. Like, it's a good 60 FPS quality camera, but it comes with, like, a half-second delay for some reason. So I have to sync it up by adding a delay to my microphone so that it lines up with my delay. Oh, my God. All right, time to see if my... why are my alerts off? There we go. Oh, my... Why was that off? Come on. Hold on. Replay it through. Hold up. Send it again. That is so quiet.
Exclamation mark.
That is almost entirely inaudible. Hold on, let me go turn those up, and then I will answer your City of Heroes related question. Volume up, like triple that. Same with that. Volume up. And that one, volume up. Save that. Can we try that one more time?
Thank you for your patronage.
It's there.
Has only one question. City of Heroes. Question mark. Exclamation mark.
First off, thank you. That is an incredibly generous donation for my first 12 seconds back on stream, having it being nothing but technical issues. But thank you. I appreciate it. There is no plan for City of Heroes right now. It was a fun little diversion when what I really needed was a full-on hiatus. Like, the 2 months I spent doing City of Heroes was awesome. I don't regret it for a second. I had a blast with the small amount of the community that stuck around for it. But what I really needed at that time was to just step away from YouTube for a while. And it wasn't even YouTube itself. The burnout was caused by life going on around me, which I won't get into the personal details of because I don't feel like talking about trauma. Hey. But okay, everyone's here. I'm going to podcast this live, going to sleep while listening. Hell yeah. Peota, have a great night. Have a good little snooze. I'll try not to scream too much.
Do you make pop cult characters in PF2E?
Yo, Musical Boy, thank you for the 250. I appreciate it. Or the 2 pounds in Canadian. I used to, and I want to get back to it. Honestly, I want to get... It's really hard.
What's your favorite champion cause?
I will get to that, Schultz. Thank you so much for the 2 Canadian dollars. Oh, that was actually Canadian. I want to get back to it, but it needs to be at a point where I can afford the videos to fail. and that is the place I'm just sadly not at right now. Streams like this definitely help. Thank you so much. Your donations go so much farther. Like, let me tell you, let me just put things up front right now. A $2.50 donation, like Musical Boy just did. I'm like out of focus, I feel like. That donation is worth like about 1,000 views on YouTube, give or take. Maybe like 700 views, depending on the length of the video. So like, ad revenue sucks right now. So I can't afford to make videos that might fail, which is a really, really tough place to be in. That's why I'm mainly just going to be making class guides. I've got some really cool projects coming that should do really, really well. I have to be very, very specific about the content I'm making right now in order to make ends meet. I'm still recovering from my move across the country because I'm in Washington now. So I'm very, very cornered by the algorithm right now and what content I can make. But I want to make pop culture characters in PF2 again. I do want to get back to it. That is something I would love to do. I loved making Quincy and Jacob, and I want to do more of those. And honestly, now that Tulok's retired from doing it, I feel like there's space for it, but maybe. Favorite champion cause? Probably, is it the Desecrator? What's it called nowadays? Here, let me switch over here. What is it called these days in Player Core 2? I might still be called the Desecrator. Is that just the super selfish one? Let me see. It's definitely my favorite. I've always wanted to play one, and if I played one, I would. Liberation. Is it not obedience? Desecration. Yeah, there it is. As a reaction, if an enemy damages you, you gain resistance equal to 2 plus half your level. Then your attacks back at them deal spirit damage. Like, freaking awesome. It's not a lot of spirit damage, but it's still bonus damage. As it level, like, you are just entirely self-preserving, and I absolutely love that. Also, we got a new member. Hello. Why did that pop up? Thank you so much, Mike. Appreciate it. Welcome to the party. So yeah, everything's really, really quiet. Let me turn this up and then turn myself down. Oh, that's why, because I haven't come through yet. But that might make the music super loud. I think I just blew your ears out. Let me turn music down. That should work. My alerts are off. What? I never turned my alerts off. I must have hotkeyed something. Let's try this again. How's this?
Hello! I like money!
We are so back, baby.
That seemed too loud. It's all about finding the balance. That's what this stream is, baby. This stream is working out the technological kinks. Thank you so much, Blazing Glory. It's so cool to see some of you still around. Blazing Glory, you were in some of my earliest streams, like 4 years ago. That was so freaking cool to still see you around. And let me hit this as well. Taking the music. I can turn the music off. I'm always scared. I like having music in the background of streams because I'm scared my streams are going to be too awkwardly quiet. And when music's playing, you don't notice the awkward silences as much. But hopefully there are no awkward silences in the stream. Just kill the music. Sounds like a ticking. That music will make me bald. Evil champion who saves the world specifically because it means the king whose daughter he rescues will give him land and money. I love characters who do good things for greedy reasons. Also, let me turn the light off in here. I'm looking like I'm in the shadows. Like, that should make me look a little bit less awful. A little bit better. Not perfect. As Josh Strife says, embrace the silence. Stop using filler words. Ooh, yo, Mook! Great to freaking see ya. Interesting. Oh my god, my Stream Elements bot is still advertising City of Heroes. I completely forgot to change all those timers. Hold on. Let me go ahead and turn that off, turn that off. The rest of that can stay. I like that you feel like you're in your element. It's hard. I love streaming. I really adore streaming, and I do feel like I'm in my element as a live actor. This make me look a little bit brighter. It also lets me use my ADHD.
Thank you for your
to my advantage.
When's the next 10 cantrips?
I don't need red.
Or did those videos not do well?
Why was that so quiet? Was that?
Thank you for your patronage.
Do you get a better percentages
my
from
own
donations, memberships, or Patreon?
Ooh. Jeff Baker, when's the next 10 cantrips? I want to get back to those. I've literally tried this series 3 times over the years, but they just underperform. And I think it's because I don't commit to them, honestly. That is a me problem. That is not an audience. I'm not putting that on the audience. It is just difficult. It's the same problem I have with the making characters video. It's that here. Let me grab this. Copy. I was hoping they'd be more evergreen. If I go here, I can I paste this in? Add image. Okay. Okay, I need to save the image. Hold on. Save. Downloads. Capture. Replace. It's a whole thing. But I want you guys to know what I'm talking about. So this is the analytics from the 10 cantrips video. Like, I was really hoping, similar to class guides, that it would, you know, it wouldn't ever spike off, but it would be like a very gradual, like, you know, a couple people watch it every day. But all that ended up happening was that it just hit that plateau and stuck there, which was really, really unfortunate. So I just couldn't afford to keep making them. I need to make videos like yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. No, yesterday was the Envoy. Day before that was the multi-class tier list. The multi-class tier list, that did amazing. Those are the kind of videos I need to make in order to afford rent and stuff right now. It sucks. I want to get back to the spells once I am more stable, which actually, depending on the choices I make in the coming weeks with how I am monetizing some things, you'll see in tomorrow's video, I mentioned something pretty big. Depending on how all of that goes, and if I can acquire some more sponsors, the sponsors especially, if I can acquire sponsors to put on my class guides and stuff, that will get... Why is this going through colors? Hello? I don't want to be sickly green. There we go. If I can get all of that in order, then I can afford to start making those less productive videos, because they still make some money, but, like, for perspective, that video I just showed you, this one, that video probably took about 3.5 hours to make. You know, I record the whole video, I edit the whole video, I make the thumbnail, I upload all that. That video made me $25 in total. Over 2 months, that video made me $25. So, hard to be willing to put in the almost 4 hours of work for effectively like $6 an hour. Do you get better percentages from donations, memberships, or Patreon? The single best way to support me directly is using either this link here. Oh, go back. It'll be back. That'll take you to my Streamlabs page. Or you can. There's also a link in the description. Those donations are the least stolen from any way. In order from best to worst of ways to support me, it is direct donations through the Streamlabs link, then Patreon, then YouTube, Super Chat, and memberships. That link had a comedic timing, apparently. But yeah, the only thing that gets taken from the direct donations is just PayPal's conversion, so that'll take like 2%. Patreon takes about 8 to 10%, and then YouTube takes 50%. Like, I appreciate every single person who donates through Super Chats, and I get that it's easier for a lot of people. In modern day, that is the worst way to support a YouTube creator, unfortunately, because YouTube just rips half of it away from us and puts it into their own pockets. Twitch does the same thing. It's all really kind of borked, in my opinion. It's really gross. That's how it's always been, FemStranger. Unfortunately, it's just gross. Yeah. Is Nonat the Scuff King? Absolutely. I was wondering how easy it would be for a Pathfinder gunslinger to pick up the new guns from Starfinder and be effective. Have not considered that. You could technically use them. The Starfinder weapons aren't even that overpowered, in my opinion. Some of them are. I will say the area fire weapons are insane, unless we've been playing with them wrong. Let me find the area weapon, like the cryo cannon. My friend used the cryo cannon in our one-shot, and it was brutal. Because the area effect is just wild. Area fire. So, 2 actions. You hit each creature in the designated area with a range equal to the weapon's range increment. Unless it's a burst. Any creature in the area has a basic reflex save against the damage. Straight up. It is just multiple attacks on a reflex save with no multiple attack penalty because it's not an attack roll. And it gets critical specialization. Like, look at this. Look at the cryo cannon here. Cryo cannon, cryo cannon, cryo cannon. Sorry, zero cannon. 5 shots per magazine, because it's a 10 charge magazine. Area, 40-foot line. Every creature in a 40-foot line takes 1d10 cold. If you can line up 3 targets, that is 2 actions to deal 1d10 to 3 targets on a weapon. And if it's on the soldier, it's even crazier. I guess what I will say is, does it use your class DC? What does it use for area fire? Area fire uses saving throw. It is class DC, so it won't be as good on a gunslinger because you can't apply your, you know, you may be expert in firearms, but you still use your class DC, or that's auto fire. It's also area fire. So yeah, I guess that is what balances it. Is it uses class DC, not your attack roll. Yo, no worries, First Last. Appreciate seeing you. Hopefully Moonbeam works out. I've seen like 2 people talk about Moonbeam. I know it's didn't it only generate like 40,000 on Kickstarter or something? I remember hearing about Moonbeam. Moonbeam Kickstarter. Is that it? Nope, that is for an axe. Revolutionizing live streaming. Backer kit. It only made $60,000. Like, you can't start a live stream platform with $60,000. I hate saying it, but it sucks. Like, I love what they're trying to do, but we live in the world of capitalism, and you need millions to even have a chance.
Hello, I like money.
Love all you are doing. If you had to mix and match a PF2 Joyful with SF2 Ancestry, or vice versa, what would you build?
Alright, I'll do you both. Let's see. I would love to play a halfling soldier. Just a super nice halfling soldier in just power armor, menacingly walking up to targets with a gun triple the size of their body. That would be amazing. In Pathfinder, I think, what are they called? They're not the Algolthu. What is the jellyfish? Not the Shirin, not the Karathu. What is the jellyfish? Someone's gonna answer in chat, but I'll have already found it. Not Kasatha. Not human. There you are. Barathu. The Barathu. Yes. Thank you, everyone in chat who is unfortunately behind me because stream delay. A Barathu as... I think a Barathu Barbarian. A Barbariathu would be so funny. Just imagine this thing coming at you wielding a battle axe. Or like a great axe in its mouth tendrils. Oh my god. Barathu Barbarian would be so fun. Matthew Bartels asks, which Starfinder 2e playtest class are you most interested in? I think my favorite playtest class is probably the Soldier. I just love big power armormen. Operative is also super cool, but Soldiers are just wild. Like, they get so much defense, they have a lot of hit points, and they get so much good stuff.
Thank you for your patronage.
In their class.
What's your favorite Butterfly PF2E?
What's my favorite Butterfly? That's just his favorite class. Sorry. Can I hear that again? Text to speech.
Thank you for your patronage.
What's your favorite Gingerly PF2E?
Is it censoring the word ass in class? Hello? Stream elements? Just can't watch the stream because I get something wrong pop up? What? Befuddler, no, that sucks. Witch Warper is cool. I think Witch Warper's a little underpowered right now. Even underpowered is the wrong word. They're too specific. Witch Warper is really, really good if you can trap multiple enemies in your field. The problem is just, like, a lot of combats are over by the time the Witch Warper has time to set up. You know, it is one action to put down your field, and then usually another action to activate a zone effect in your field. And by then, you know, you have one action left. You didn't do any damage this turn. You didn't really get to set up. I mean, all you did was set up. You didn't get to cast any cantrips, so it's a little bit tough. Do you think you'll bring back your old series when you turned TTRPG characters into PF2 characters? I would love to, if I knew they would perform well enough, unfortunately. Matthew Schultz, thank you for the 5 Canadian. What is my favorite Gingerly in PF2E? PF2 favorite class. That is a really hard question at this point. If you asked me a month ago, I probably would have said Kineticist. I've been playing a Kineticist for a year and a half now, and I absolutely adore my little Spitfire. He's an asshole, and I love him. With all the remasters, what is my favorite class? I wish I had a straighter answer for it. I've never played one, but I feel like Rogue. Like, Rogue's just so versatile and good at so many different things. You can make them so many different ways. My favorite class changes like the sky itself. Sometimes it's Alchemist, sometimes it's Rogue, sometimes it's Ranger, sometimes it's Kineticist, sometimes it's Fighter. It really depends on what mood I'm in. But if I was forced to pick one right now at gunpoint, I think I would say Kineticist, just because you can build so many different Kineticists. I say it in a video I'm posting tomorrow, but Kineticist feels like a mix and match build your own class in the coolest way. Well-known ABCs. Ancestry, background, Kabuye.
Hello, I like money.
I'm still upset that they chose to combine Witch Warper and Precog. I want my future time warping.
Yeah, I heard that's something that I didn't even realize, because I didn't play Starfinder 1E. That Precog... What happened to the... Oh, there we go. Alright, everything's back. Yeah, people were
Thank
really...
you for your patronage.
What's your favorite ancestry?
I will answer in a moment. Yeah, I was a little unaware that the Witch Warper's Precog archetype used to be its own class. Like, I never realized... I think I did, because I made a video on Starfinder a long time ago. But yeah, they just turned it into its own little subclass, which is an interesting choice for sure. A lot of people aren't happy with it. I think it works. I think it still works as the Witch Warper's flavor. I'm just curious what they'll do with the rest of the Precog's class features, if they'll make them archetypes or something. Favorite ancestry? I have a bad habit of playing humans. Of my, like, maybe 15 Pathfinder characters I've ever played, I've played at least 4 humans because I'm basic. Otherwise, I love halflings. Goblins are a ton of fun. Oh my god. Alright. Story time. I'm currently playing a Goblin War Priest in a campaign named Pilz. P-I-L-Z-Z. His name is Pilz. Pilz talks like this because Pilz just wants to be big grand hero, and Pilz will do what Pilz can to serve his mushroom god and spread the spore. He's unintentionally going to destroy the world. Don't worry, he's a good boy. Goblins are obviously super fun because you can just play a little Chaos Gremlin in a lot of fun ways. But in the last session, my GM is very, very generous with handing out permanent stat boosts, partially because we are playing a crossed... It's a homebrewed world where it's like Wild West meets fantasy meets aliens. And, I accidentally stumbled across a box with 2 sealed, like completely sealed and closed scrolls in it. And my little goblin boy gets very excited. He has a nose for money. And he just ripped the scroll open, and the scroll immediately began just imparting arcane wisdom into his poor basic little goblin brain, his little 10 intellect brain, and somebody ripped the scroll out of his hands, and but my GM gave me a permanent +1 modifier to intelligence. And so Pilz, who has been talking like this, Pilz talks about Pilz in the third person oftentimes. Pilz represents a lower intelligence because I think that would be fun for Pilz's character. Pilz turns around to the party and goes, "Can somebody explain to me what just happened?" And just starts talking with, like, proper grammar and referring to themselves as I and me and my, and, like, the whole party's just, like, stunned. Literally got brain blasted. Like, it was only +1 modifier to intelligence, but I just, in the moment was so right. Oh my god, it's one of my favorite moments I've ever had in roleplay. It was wild. What is my favorite weapon, Unseen Hobo? Favorite weapon, I forget, is the falchion good in this game? I remember loving the falchion. I haven't played with one. I'm a big ranged guy. I love a longbow. I really love longbow and shortbow. I think a composite longbow
Thank
would be
you
my
for your
favorite weapon if I had
patronage.
to just pick one.
What's your favorite versatile heritage?
Matthew's just gonna ask me my favorite everything throughout the book. I love it. Was Falchion good? What
Thank
did
you
do
for
with
your
Falchion?
What's
patronage.
your favorite PC death/ending?
Ooh, all right. I'll get to that one in just a second. My favorite versatile heritage.
Hello.
I am not.
I like money.
It
Damn.
wasn't just the subclove. Both the anchor and paradox were features of the precog, though now they're nothing like how they used to be.
Oh, gotcha. That's too bad. Huh. I wonder what made them change that. Weird. Appreciate all the donations. Thank you. So Matthew, favorite versatile heritage. This feels like a trap. I really love Dhampir. Nobody look into this too much. Nobody pretend like this means anything. I really love Dhampir as a heritage. I think it changes the character in a lot of cool ways. I really enjoy that. Yeah, you get low light vision, you get dark vision if you already had low light vision. And do you not? Yeah, you are harmed by vitality damage and healed by void effects. I love that they inherently come with void healing, which is super cool. Hey, you joke, Andrew Haveneck, but I just started a Vampire the Masquerade campaign 2 weeks ago. It was a freaking blast. I'm super excited. I'm playing, I can't remember the name, but they're the three-eyed vampires whose blood tastes euphorically delicious. His name is Nicolas, and he is adorable, and I love him. Confirmed Twilight fan. Oh, Christian, you found my deep, dark secret. It's true. I'm a Twilight head. I love Ed Boy and Jacob when they kiss as Wolfbat. I don't know anything about Twilight. I just know they sparkle. Salubri. Thank you, David. Yes, I'm playing a Salubri, and they're super fun. Dancing Spear. I'll have to check that out. I haven't seen that one. But yeah, I love Dhampir. They've got some really cool feats. It's just really cool flavor. I love that you get to pick one of these lineages. Do these count as a level 1 feat? I guess they do, yeah. It's interesting that they put lineages before first level feats. I guess it's to make it more clear, but it's also a little bit confusing. At first glance, I could see people saying like, oh yeah, I get one of these and one of these, when that's not actually the case. You have to choose one of the 6. Hey! How we doing, May? Good to see ya. Alright, so, my favorite PC death or ending. As usual, I keep minimizing this. As usual, I like answering these questions as full as I can. So I'm going to give you both. I'm going to give you my favorite PC death and my favorite PC ending. Now, I'm usually a GM, and most of my campaigns I've been a player haven't ended yet. So I'm going to go from, as a GM, my favorite death and ending I've had. Also, I'm just full screening A, because I like telling stories in full screen, and also so the cornflakes can be seen in the background. I love the cornflakes. Hello, phone. We love our cornflakes in this household. So, my favorite PC death, just because of how impactful it was. Oh my god, my shirt does match the background. You right. I love it. My favorite... Oh my god, the ADHD is killing me right now. My favorite PC death was... we were playing Beckme. We were playing D&D Beckme, rules as written, aside from a little bit of homebrew, for about 9 months. We had been playing this campaign for the better part of a year. The players were level 9, so they got up about 1 level per month. And our poor magic user, not a wizard, the magic user, Beckme, sorry, let me explain for those of you who aren't aware, because most people have actually never heard of Beckme. Beckme was the alternative to AD&D. Dungeons & Dragons started with like Chainmail and then 1E, and then AD&D came out. But then the other creator, Gary Gygax's co-creator, took that in a different direction and made Beckme. So like Beckme and AD&D have a lot in common. I think they both use Thaco, but they have a little bit of difference. Like in Beckme, halfling, elf, and dwarf were still classes. You couldn't be a halfling fighter. You were just a halfling. That's, you know. So it was that really, really old school, like, meat grinder campaign. But we made it through 9 months of this campaign with no deaths. No deaths at all in Beckme. I'm surprised Beckme didn't end up being an elaborate ligma. Beckme nuts? There's nothing there. Is the Mwangi guide worth it? If you love lore, absolutely. The world guides are phenomenal books. The Lost Omens books are phenomenal lore. You don't get too terribly much character options. You get some, but you don't. But the lore and artwork is worth its weight in gold. Oh my God, the story. We are 9 months into the. Shut up, Matthew.
Who's your favorite core deity?
Oh my God. So, 9 months in, the players are all level 9. Our poor little magic user, who gets 1d4 plus constitution in hit points per level, has a -2 constitution. Because what else we did when we made characters? 3d6, that's your strength. 3d6, that's your dex. 3d6, that's your con. You do that for all 6. You don't get to reorganize them. Those are your stats. Then you pick your class afterwards. It was super fun. We were all in on it. I don't recommend it, but it was really, really fun if you're looking for a challenge. So, this poor guy, he managed to get like a 16 intelligence, which was massive in Beckme, but he only had a 7 constitution. So he got 1d4 -2 hit points per level, minimum 1. So he was level 9 with 13 hit points. And unfortunately, did the classes have stat requirements? They did not have stat requirements, but like, if you wanted to cast a 5th level spell, you needed at least 15 intelligence. It was 10 plus the spell's level to be able to cast it. So this poor guy, 13 hit points at level 9. They're investigating a cave filled with gnolls that have been magically enhanced. David, you are going to make me lose my train of thought. I appreciate you.
Shot for PF2E, but I have to do one at the end of the month. Help. Core advice requested.
I just love help. All right. I will get to that. So they're investigating this cave of gnolls, who all have this inexplicable ice magic. Like, these are all gnoll cultists, and I gave them a very simple spell they could all cast, and it was just like Ice Spike, I think. And it was just a spell attack roll that did 2d8 damage. You know, scary, but, you know, not awful. You know, a fighter of that level could easily take 3 or 4 of those. They're on their way out of the cave, and they see that a patrol of gnolls has taken up residence out front. And there are 3 of them. And the magic user rolls highest on initiative, unless you have 13 health. I see. You are also aware of what's going to happen in this story. So, the 3 of them have the jump on them. They rolled their stealth well. They rolled the highest in initiative. The magic user steps out and blinds one of them. I don't remember what spell he cast. It was a low-level spell, but the thing failed its saving throw, and he blinded one of the gnolls. The muscle wizard, which was basically just a re-skinned fighter with very specific spells he could cast once per day, like Leg Day, which was haste. It was super fun. He ran out and 1v1'd one of the gnolls. And then the third gnoll's turn came up first in initiative, the one that was not blinded or engaged with the muscle wizard. And he looks at the guy who just blinded his friend and casts Ice Spike with a natural 20 for 28 damage. Because it was, 4d8. It rolled 28 damage on 4d8, nearly max. And in Beckme, if you ever take more than double your HP in a single hit, you are dead. There is no saving throw. There are no dying saves. Yeah, he was dead. Dead. I remember describing it as the ice spike hits him square between the eyes, and the ice just slowly spreads around his entire head. His head shatters into pieces, and his headless body just collapsed to the ground. Like, we were all aware that death was around every corner in this game. We were specifically playing rules as written for that very reason, because we knew this could happen. But we made it 9 months without a death. And the other 2 party members, Muscle Wizard had a giant metal scroll case that he kept on his back, and he threw it on the ground, threw all of his scrolls away, and shoved the magic user's body into the tube. And the two of them marched. Death march. Like, they did not sleep. They marched for 4 straight days instead of the normal 7-day trek it would take by resting to get him back to the city to see if they could find a priest strong enough to resurrect him. But the city's highest level spellcaster, or highest level cleric, was only level 9, and I believe a level 9 cleric in Beckme can only resurrect someone who's been dead for less than 24 hours. And it was an entire session of trying to save him, and mourning, and hosting the funeral, and, like, we as players dealing with the repercussions of this happens. It was brutal. I thought about power leveling the cleric and being like, oh, actually, there is a level 14 cleric in this city. But I didn't want to, especially the way we were playing the game, with the risk of death being part of the reason we were doing it, I didn't want to take that agency away from the players that death is real. It was really fun. Those 9 months were incredible. We played for like another 3 months afterwards. It eventually lost steam after that, but it was so much fun. Some of my favorite stories in TTRPGs come from that campaign. That was one half of the question. The other one was my favorite PC ending. This was a much shorter story. This is actually a D&D 5e story. I played a Leonin named Sinclair de Satoro. He was exiled from his home as a child, but not killed by his sister. They fight in one-on-one combat. He was exiled for being the loser. His sister grew up to be the queen of the city, and eventually became corrupted by evil, and was, like, secretly conspiring with the forces of hell to overthrow her own city in exchange for power. Me and the rest of the party swooped in, fought off the invasion. I got to have a 1v1 fight with my own sister, which, unfortunately, because it was 5e, and I was a fighter, it was a very boring fight of, I attack, I hit, I attack, I hit. Each hit does 1d6 plus 3 damage. But I also had an armor class of, like, 30, so she couldn't hit me except with a nat 20. It was a very, very boring fight, but a very, very cool scene. And his end, after fighting that off, he left the party to take up the throne of his own city. And I just loved that story through line of exiled child comes back to become king of his home city. Was very, very super cool to experience. After that was my favorite core deity? Probably Rovagug's so cool. Rovagug's so fun to use as an antagonist in a campaign. I like Rovagug a lot. Sarenrae I have good memories with because one of my players was a paladin, a champion of Sarenrae, which was super fun. Sarenrae's a really fun goddess just because she's, you know, neutral good, likes to light things on fire. It's a good time. I do like, what's the goddess of art? Shellin. I love Shellin a lot. I think if I had to pick one, it'd be Shellin. I love their icon with the colorful bird. I love their adoration of art and things like that. Shellin's fantastic. David Oberholzer. I have no experience running a one-shot for PF2E, but I have to do one at the end of the month. Have fun with it. All that matters at the end of the day is enjoying yourself. As long as you know that everybody gets 3 actions, you know how attack rolls work, and you know how saving throws work, and you know how skill checks work. That's all you need. Like, if somebody asks a question that you don't know the answer to and you don't know how to find it, first off, I'm gonna show you all right now. I'm gonna show you all right now the exact what's my least favorite deity? Probably like Torag or something. I don't know. Or is that D&D? Torag's D&D. I'm thinking of Gorham. Gorham's pretty boring. No, Torag's in Pathfinder. Torag's the Dwarven god, right? Yeah, Torag's boring. But allow me to show you this one trick that Pathfinder, that Paizo doesn't want you to know. Window capture. Let's switch over to this one. So here's what you do. Are you ready? You can do this right on your phone. Somebody give me an example. Somebody give me an example of something that happened at the table that someone didn't know how it worked. Whether they didn't write it down and they had no idea where to find it. I want to hear somebody's example, and I will give you the easiest trick in the book. Flanking. Flanking. I can't type. Flanking. 2E. Flanking rules. When you and an ally are flanking a foe and has a harder time defending against you, a creature is off guard. That's it. Counteract. Counteract. 2E. Archives of Nethys, right at the top. Counteracting. There you go. Anything space 2E, recall knowledge. 2E. Right there. Scroll down. It tells you what you should give for information. Where is it? What is it? General redirection. It's all right there. It's fantastic. Paizo hates him for revealing this secret. No, I'm still in session, but your stream is open in the background. I can't hear you. I appreciate you, Corey. Thank you. Ooh, underwater combat. I almost guarantee underwater combat. 2E. Aquatic combat rules right there. Archives of Nethys. I don't know if it's somehow coded to always work when you put space 2E. That is all you have to do. Siege weapons. Siege weapons. 2E. Boom. Right there. It is always that easy. As long as you put 2E afterwards, it's just, like, granted, it's still complicated. You still have to learn how it works. But, like, it's there. And if it's going to be something, like let's say in your one-shot, you come upon siege weapons. You know, in your one-shot, maybe you as the GM weren't prepared for it. But your players find a catapult. And y'all have no idea how catapults work. And you look it up and you see this. I would just say, make it up. Don't spend an hour of your session trying to figure out how the catapult works, what usage means, what the immunities and the aim and load, what any of that means. Don't waste that time. If you don't know how something works on a base level, make it up. Do not be afraid to make things up. Mech combat for Starfinder? Oh, yeah, let's, Starfinder First Edition. Yeah, mech combat. Let me just, there you go. Nice and simple. God, Starfinder 1E is so complicated. There's that, and there's Starship combat. It's so unnecessarily complicated. Look at this. Look at this. This is Starship combat in Starfinder. This doesn't even include building your starship. This is just playing Starship combat. It's wild. Holy cow. But yeah, if you need an answer to anything immediately, type it in plus 2E. If you don't understand it right away, make it up. Never be afraid to make it up. If you want to do mech combat in Starfinder, just pull out the Lancer. But yeah, just switch systems. Making me working on something for that in SF2. Yo, Obscura. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Keep it simple. We love to see it. There are two. Two what? Oh, two different systems? Oh my god. I want to play Lancer. I need to play Lancer, and I need to play, what's the other one? What's the TTRPG where, like, you make your character by answering questions and, like, filling out their life story up to that point? Like, you go over their upbringing, you go over their, like, their job, their home planet, all of that. I can't remember. Is that Lancer or is that something else? That's Traveler. Yes, thank you, David. Hell yeah, Traveler. I'm shocked you got that fast off of my description. That was a horrible description. Yeah. I want to play Traveler at some point, too. Traveler looks so cool. I didn't miss any questions, have I? I want to make sure I didn't miss any paid-for questions. I think we're good. Cool. All right.
Thank you for your patronage.
Anyway.
Who's your favorite non-core deity?
Non-core? I don't know if I know many non-core deities. Are there any deities in Guns and Gears? Maybe I'll just pick a random one. Hold up. Deity. Uh-oh. Oh. Wait. Maybe. Show me a deity. Show me a deity. I don't think I know any non-core deities. I only know, like, the main 10. Yeah, there's no deities in Guns and Gears. I bet there'll be some new deities in War of Immortals. Or whatever it's called. Regathiel. I don't know any of them. Here, let me find Pathfinder deities, and I'll just pick one at random. Deities. I'll share this screen as well. Let's see. Deities nuts. Got him. Oh, Gods and Magic would have been good. That's true. Maybe just a homebrew one. I've actually never made up a deity. I will say I have augmented deities. My alternate Gozra is really fun. I had Gozra interacting with the party directly. One of the players got a wooden arm named Rare that talked in an obnoxious Irish accent and was always asking about things, was supposed to keep an eye on that rogue to make sure she kept up her promise to Gozra. That was such a fun character. But my Gozra was a lot more active than Paizo's. Favorite Starfinder class is Soldier. I haven't gotten a chance to play yet. I've only GM'd, but Soldiers are so freaking cool. But more complicated ones, like, can you use Combat Grab with a two-handed weapon that has the grapple trait? No, because Combat Grab has a prerequisite. You have one hand free. Whereas the grapple trait, I believe it says you can use this weapon to grapple. It doesn't say you can use this weapon for effects that let you grapple. Because Combat Grab involves making a melee strike while keeping one hand free specifically. So no, you cannot use a grapple trait two-handed weapon with Combat Grab. Because this requirement for having one hand free is not related to the grapple requirement of having one hand free. Traveler, the only game where you can die in character creation.
Patronage.
Hell yeah.
Ragathiel is a good one. He's the lawful good general of vengeance,
Ooh.
son of the archdevil Dispater who sought to join the
Son
Empire
of
Real
Dispater?
Lords.
Yo, I love Dispotter. I played in a 3.5 campaign that involved Dispotter. We were like Dispotters, like errand boys. It was so much fun. God, I love 3.5. Such a freaking good system. Thank you all for all the donations again, by the way. I really, really appreciate it. Especially right now, exactly where I am in my life. Every single dollar donated goes so freaking far. I appreciate y'all so much. Favorite fighter build without archetypes? Ranged fighter. Ranged fighter. Funny enough, right now, if you asked me, I would say if I wanted to play a ranged character, I would make a fighter. If I wanted to play a melee character, I'd play a ranger. Fighters got so much cool stuff for bows. Like, obviously, they have double and triple strike, which is already great. But, like, yeah, they've got assisting shot. People sleep on assisting shot. Can we talk about assisting shot that you can't see because it's not on screen? Can we talk about assisting shot? You strike. If it hits, somebody else gets a +1. If you crit, which you're a fighter, the other person gets a +2. You can be like, hey, watch me be a fighter. Now you get to be a fighter for a day. Give that to your barbarian, and it's a circumstance bonus to attacks. Like, circumstance bonus to attack rolls are so freaking rare. Wild. Yo, Butt Poncho! Been a hot minute. Good to see you. I haven't looked at Animus and Exemplar in, like, 6 months since I made the videos on them, actually, so I don't actually have anything to add to the playtest there. Everything I said in my videos would be more accurate. Isn't ranged fighter and melee ranger the way it's been since the dawn of 3.5? Depends who you talk to, but yeah.
Thank you for your patronage.
Worshippers of Ragathiel are basically Doomslayer.
Yo! That's so cool. I need to play Doom. I really need to play Doom at
Hello,
some point.
I like money.
What's the next Starfinder joyful guide you're making? And
Cool
please
joyful.
let it be mystic.
Oh gosh. So I'll answer Matthew first. I love that. I need to play more Doom. I love the aesthetic of Doom. I'm just really bad at first-person shooters, but I want to get better so I can actually enjoy them. Blazing Glory, unfortunately, I made a post on Twitter the other day, and I'll actually pull that up right now. I got a lot of nice support for it. It's just kind of sad. Let me pull up that post here and switch over to this. I really hate saying it, but I might have to stop covering Starfinder altogether. I was super excited for it, but it's clear that most folks just aren't interested in the game. I'll be returning to Pathfinder 2e content mainly on the channel. Pretty bummed, not gonna lie. Because the rankings were awful. Even, like, it has only gotten worse. This video, the Envoy Guide, underperformed like mad. A good video that will, like, be worth the time and effort I put into it gets 10,000 plus views. 10,000 views is my ideal minimum for a video, because then I usually at least make minimum wage off of it, you know? Like, if I look at... Let me just pull up a random video here. Because, like, that multi-class guide I made was great. It's not the biggest, like... It doesn't make me rich as hell, but, like... Yeah, that multi-class tier list I made on Monday is at 10,000 views. That made me $60. You know, that video took, you know, I'd say probably 5 hours to make. So even that's only $12 an hour, you know. I've been trying to catch up on my watch later list, so I was going to keep watching all your Starfinder stuff. It is what it is, you know? Like, I have to make what the audience wants to see. And it just sucks that not everybody wants to see the same stuff, you know? Will I ever do a Samurai Jack team campaign? Oh my god, using SF and PF? In a heartbeat, I would do that, Flying Taco. I want to do a cross campaign someday. It might get better after it comes out. That's what I'm thinking, Andrew, is that nobody wants to play the playtest. So, yeah, I'll definitely give it the old college try again next year when it comes out, you know? I'll definitely make those guides. I'll make a couple hour-long guides, see how those pay out. But if they don't, then they don't, and that's just how it is, unfortunately. I wouldn't be surprised Hasbro paying for every Starfinder pet would kill Paizo. No, they wouldn't be legally allowed to do that. You know, because Hasbro always loves following the laws. So I was looking forward to getting through all the Starfinder 2e content. Yeah, me too. I was looking forward to making it. I was having a blast making it. My Envoy guide, I think that's the best video I've made in 2 or 3 weeks. I think that video was phenomenal for my standards.
I actually feel bad for Agathiel. He sought to prove himself to heaven for 1,000 years. Nocticula was accepted by Elysium immediately.
I know people simp for Nocticula hard. That's so sad. God, I'll have to look into that. That's super cool. Yeah, no, it's unfortunate about Starfinder. I love the game. I think it's fantastic. It feels just like Pathfinder. Worse than feeling bad for myself, I feel bad for Paizo. You know, if my videos are an accurate reflection of how few people are actually playing Starfinder 2nd Edition, that sucks. Yeah, I know a lot of people are upset we didn't get Mechanic. Apparently we're getting that next year, in, like, January for the playtest. Didn't stop Microsoft from dropping money on Apple. Did they really? Wow. I think people just like the big overview videos and not the single subject videos.
Hello.
Maybe.
I like money.
Oh my god, Alfonso.
Thank you for all the content. Started a Starfinder 2e game. We have a Barathu Mystic, styled as a very slimy jellyfish. And let me tell you, touch healing? We might just choose death. Embarrassed smiley face. Any suggested augmentations for my cyberborn Patrasolarian?
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love when players make support characters and everybody hates getting supported from them because they're so creepy. Just like, oh, just the slimy Barathu just being like you have like a residue. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Suggested augmentation. My suggested augmentation for everybody is the voice modulator. It's a level 1 item. I think it costs 10 credits, and it lets you warp it up and lower the pitch of your voice whenever you want. 10 out of 10 item. It's me. I'm the simp for Nocticula. Operative is 2 OP. Operative is pretty crazy, not gonna lie. Gunslinger accuracy with mini sneak attack.
If
Absolutely
2nd edition
wild.
had come out even a few days earlier, I would be running Starfinder and D&D instead of what I'm doing right now.
2nd edition had come out even a few days early. 2nd edition Starfinder or 2nd edition Pathfinder? Yeah, I'm struggling to follow. If it was Pathfinder, I'd be running Starfinder D&D instead of what I'm doing right now. Yeah, Starfinder. Gotcha. Oh, did you just start a new campaign? Oh, that sucks. That's too bad. It's always unfortunate when like a huge new book or errata or remaster comes out right after you start a new campaign and you can't apply it all. That's always too bad. Yo, hello from Mexico. How we doing, Alexis? Alexis Rodriguez. I'm in the middle of starting it. Gotcha. I love PF2 and Starfinder 2, but my friends refuse to play it. How should I try to convince them? Don't be aggressive about it. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do to convince somebody. You can hope. You can hope they'll come around to the idea. Like, I will occasionally mention something cool about the game. Like, but I try not to drown them in it. I limit myself to like 1 per week per person. Because I don't want to overwhelm people or sound like I'm begging.
Love the content and the energy. You know me as Craig, and don't you dare change that.
Thank you so much, Craig. That really means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you for all the donations, y'all. Seriously helpful. I can't thank you all enough. It's the slug from Naruto. Oh, the Barathu. I think I'm making another beginner's guide to Foundry. Did I make a beginner's guide to Foundry? I don't think I ever made that. I think I made a beginner's guide to Fantasy Ground. Did I make a beginner's guide to Foundry? No, I never did. I should. I honestly should. I understand Foundry a lot better than I used to, and Foundry could use it. That's going on the list, actually. That is going on my list of things to make. Let me add that real quick to my list. Foundry guide. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate you stealing your idea. You're not getting any credit. Yoink. I played as a ship's medic in a 5e game like that. She was a necromancer, wizard, artificer, battlesmith with flesh golem. Oh, I love that. So good, so good. Just do what I did in Kingmaker. I had my witch get negative space-time replaced with herself from a different Oh, that's so sick! Oh, I love that. So did you get to reclass, Karuma? Did they let you reclass from witch to mystic? Because I love GMs that are willing to let you reclass your character. In Kingmaker, I reclassed from a stone instinct barbarian into a stone kineticist. Oh, I love that. Especially when like the class is just not working out. It's so good. Absolutely incredible. A bard envoy would be broken. I'm just gonna say it. A bard envoy. Imagine being able to courageous anthem, get them, and shoot them. Not only are you giving yourself a +1 and them a -1 for a total of basically +2 to hit, but you're also going to deal bonus damage and let your allies deal bonus damage. That's insane. An envoy bard can effectively give their entire party a +2 to hit and +1 damage on all attack rolls. That's gross. Just reclassed last week from War Priest to Grandeur Champion. Ooh, Grandeur Champion looks so cool. That's awesome. We Foundry devs need about as much info about the software out there as possible. Oh, wow. Okay. Noted. I would love to help out with that. Yeah. I don't know everything, but I know enough to use Foundry. And maybe that's enough, you know? Maybe I can get by on just saying, like, here's how you make a map. Here's how you put on tokens. Here's how you give them to players. Just like a quick half-hour tutorial like that might go far. What sci-fi team are you excited to make with Starfinder? Ooh, honestly, I think Starfinder would work really well for a Doctor Who-themed campaign. Just like, you don't even have to have The Doctor, but just like a 2-player, 1 GM campaign in Starfinder would be really fun. Just like maybe like a soldier and an envoy, or a mystic and an operative would be a blast. Because where Starfinder's going to shine, and let me tell you right now, this is why it will never be a popular system. Starfinder is going to shine outside of combat, which is hard because the system is built on PF2, which is inherently designed 70% for combat. But Starfinder works best in film noir, mystery, investigation, cyber city, like planet-to-planet exploration, trade, with occasional combats. That is where Starfinder is going to shine when you can tell the stories. The reason fantasy games are so heavily combat is because they're based on the age where combat was the default solution to things. In Starfinder, in the future, same with Cyberpunk and Traveler and all those, the answer to everything is not combat unless you make the universe ripped apart by combat. Honestly, yeah, Envoy or Precog as the Doctor would be perfect. Honestly, yeah, a Witch Warper Precog subclass would make a damn good Doctor. Like, warping reality with a sonic screwdriver and stuff, that'd be a blast. Starfinder West Marches, I think Starfinder would be best for West Marches, absolutely. Drop in, drop out, play when you can, multiple groups affecting the galaxy, that would be fantastic. Beginner's Guide, that's true. Holy cow. Any other questions? Anyone got any other questions? I am now through all of the paid questions, so if anyone would like to ask something, I can answer a lot easier now from actual text. Do you think Oracle spells per day table is correct? It's pretty low, right? Like, it's like the same as Sorcerer? Like, Oracles are just worse than Sorcerers, right? Oracles get 3 and then 4, compared to Sorcerer, who gets 3 and then 4. Yeah, they get the exact same as Sorcerers. But Sorcerers are just better. Honestly, I think if they had increased all of these numbers, not the cantrips, but all of these numbers by 1, except for the 10th level, obviously. I think if they increased all of these by 1, it would have made Sorcerer better. I think as a reward for being cursed, they have access to more magical power storage per day. I think that would be fantastic. Yo, what's up, Jason? Good to have you here. Welcome. I really, really wish I liked Oracle. I really do. Is it alright to ask a question about Starfinder? Absolutely. Starfinder, Pathfinder, D&D, my lunch, all of those questions are all viable here. You inspired me to launch my channel when you went on hiatus? Yo, that's awesome, Time to Dice. That's fantastic. I'll try to remember to look into you after the stream.
What's even worse, Nocticula was made into a minor deity.
Matthew out
while
here on the
Ragathiel was only made into a
Regathiel
demigod.
political campaign. Did you know Nocticula wants to increase your taxes? You know who won't do that? Regathiel. Regathiel is here for the people and wants to make this country better for the people. Vote Regathiel in the upcoming election year. You won't regret it. What'd you eat for lunch? I had 2 lunches. I had a bowl of ramen, and then my roommate came home with Wendy's. So I had a burger and fries, and I have a Frosty in the freezer. I'm very excited. Regathiel 2024. Can you do a quick cover of Prismeni's level 1 feats? Yeah, I could do that real quick. Would you consider doing a video over on Roll20 on Discord? I hate Roll20. I hate to say it, I really hate Roll20. I only use it if I'm joining campaigns that already use it, and I don't want to try to make them change. I can't stand Roll20. Let's see. So what are the top 3 differences between D&D and PF2? 3-action economy, more classes to choose from, and each class has more options in it. And no other biggest difference. Plus 10, minus 10 critical hit system, including on saving throws. The 4 stages of success, phenomenal. I think D&D would benefit from it. But yeah, let's take a look at the Prismeni feats. I've never actually looked at their feats yet. I haven't looked at a lot of Starfinder feats, actually. Yo, share some Wendy's with the chat. You know, maybe if by chance we run into each other in person, we can get Wendy's someday. You know, if that could randomly happen.
Thank you for your patronage.
Ragathiel for Core 23E.
Why does every content creator of Pathfinder making some videos with critics? I've never made a video critiquing 5e. I've made videos comparing. I've never made videos critiquing. I will critique WotC Hasbro, though, because they set the standard for the entire TTRPG landscape. And the second WotC Hasbro start doing things like, if they ever use AI-generated artwork, it's going to send a message to the entire TTRPG landscape at large saying, AI artwork is okay. Use it for your books. Because WotC does it. And even if WotC does it, like, ethically, and ethically sourced, indie RPGs aren't going, you know, they don't have the money to make their own ethically sourced AI library. They're just going to rip and steal and use Midjourney. I got offered a sponsorship last week from a game that looked super cool. It was a trading card game. And they're like, you do tabletop games. This is a tabletop trading card game. Can we get you to review it? And I looked at it. I'm like, maybe this looks cool. And then I zoomed in on the artwork. And they had multiple fingers. And the birds in the sky were just awkward shapes of white coloring. And the guy's hair went down and then back up into like a weird janky loop. And I'm like, not touching it. Because I don't support unethically generated AI artwork. But another reason is because those videos perform well. You know, when I made my Hasbro WotC is at it again video, that got like 13,000 views. Sometimes you just got to do what performs if you want to make rent. What were we talking about? Oh, right. Drift touch. With a thought you see fragment of the griff. Shimmering field of 30 feet. What? You can just make a barrier once per day? Shimmering field within 30 feet. 10 feet high, 10 feet wide. Concealment. That's a cool level 1 feat. Wow. You can just make a little concealment barrier. Ah, and it doesn't affect you. Wow. That's a cool feat. That's a really cool level 1 ancestry feat. If you had to pick a City of Heroes archetype, what would you pick? Probably Blaster. I like big number. Ordered some Jack in the Box. Oh, it sounds awful right now. I want Taco Bell. The way Ancestry's heritage work versus the old race has always felt like a selling point for PF2. I love the heritage system in PF2. It's such a big selling point. Solarians get something similar? Sick. But anytime an Ancestry gets something useful like that, like an activated ability, it's kind of wild. Because this isn't even a class. This is just, like, any Ancestry could take the Prismeni heritage. So any character could have this. That was the point made on Roll for Combat, because 5e has so many gaps that are endless things to talk about it. That's true. 5e, there's so much you can do by inferring it specific ways. People have made careers on inferring the text of 5e abilities. Like, good on them. Pathfinder 2e, there's only so much to talk about, because everything does exactly what it says. For better or for worse. I think it's for better, but, you know, not everybody. I may have missed it when I was driving. What do you think about the new skill feats and general feats? They're cool. I like, if you're talking about in Starfinder 2e, they've got a lot of cool new skill feats. All the computer skills are cool. I love that you can create a diversion with the computer skill, because everybody wears technology these days. Super cool. Have you thought about doing Pathfinder build videos? I have. I really have. I did one. I made one a long time ago that most people don't even know about. Let me see if I can find it here. Where is me doing anything? Oh, that's the wrong window. If I look for fighter, I actually was really happy with the video. The video ended up really, really good. It was this one. It actually ended up getting 40,000 views, which, like, I don't know why I never returned. Shut up, ClickUp. I'm not sponsored by you. Hush your mouth. My computer's having a heart attack and I can't skip the ad. There we go. But yeah, I made this video, God, how long ago now? I made the feat guide. Is that the one with Raya in it? No, that's a different one. That one did okay. That one still got like 15,000 views.
Thank you for your patronage.
Your process for story writing for games?
Ooh. I will get to that in just a minute, David. I'm just having an existential crisis that this video is 3.5 years old. I made this video 3.5 years ago. Holy cow. Wait, did I do like a fancy intro?
Howdy.
Look at this kid. Look at this baby. Look at this child. Yo, I hope everything's okay, Archer Monkey. Have a great one. Just howdy. God, it's wild going back to my old videos. I look so different. I look so much better now. Oh, golly. But, like, so this is just a big intro video. Oh! No, wait! This is the intro I did with Deadly D. Do people hear? Do they still do stuff? Hold on.
Hello, I like money.
So upset that there's nothing for starships or any other vehicles. How are you going to give me a space game, and not give me a way to travel in space? Ignore
Right.
Spelljammer.
Yeah, no, I feel that too. I feel that a lot, of Blazing. Yeah. I wish we had gotten at least some kind of basic Starship, information in the playtest. But, no, I forgot. This is one of my favorite video intros I ever made. Also, can we talk about the one piece of sound isolation foam? Just the one. It did more than you'd think. Like, that room was so echoey, it was awful. But the one piece in the corner is adorable. But no. People, does anyone remember Deadly D8? The animation channel? They were doing Pathfinder 2e animations. As one job, it did its job. But this was my intro with them. Where is it? Right? Yeah, look at this. Oh.
People out there who love researching different builds for classes, so
Oh,
I wanted
it's
to make
so
some
echoey.
videos
Oh, it's
for
so
those
bad.
people who wanted some inspiration, some idea of where to start. And I figured what better place to start than the king of customization, the fighter. There are so many unique builds for fighters. I mean, just check out
my
this
God.
video by Deadly D8.
Sword and board fighter, or a dual weapons fighter,
Oh, they were
or
so
even a
good.
great
I
weapons
love
fighter
Deadly
with a
D8
12-page
so much.
backstory
They were
that
just
no one
really
but you
nice
will ever
people.
read.
All right, now then, without any more distraction.
No, Nat. You can't just steal one of our videos.
Oh. What if I ask nicely?
Alright, yeah. But you have to be in one of our videos too then.
A collab, huh? I like it. Let's do it. Guys, seriously. Go check these amazing...
Oh, I forgot about that so much. God, that was adorable. Holy cow, what a simpler time. I need to get back to doing more collabs. But no, this also had my favorite intro gag of all time, which was it here?
And their animations are just mwah, up notch.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Now then, let's finally jump into the... No, it's not possible. I watched you burn in the fire. Well, now what? What do you want from me? You expect me to beg these people to subscribe, to ask them to smash the like button and leave a comment down below? Who cares if almost 60% of my viewers aren't subscribed? That doesn't mean
I need to get back
anything.
to doing stuff like this.
Was that a threat? Please. There's no way. You wouldn't dare to... Ah!
Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. God, I need to start doing stuff like that again. Damn. I felt so much more creative with my videos back then. And I want to get that creativity back. I really, really need to. What is the current viewer-sub ratio? Oh, God. I wish it was as good as it was back then. Now I have the opposite problem. It's like back then it was 60-40, I think it said, where 40% wasn't subscribed. Modern day? Always be plugging. Hell yeah. I don't remember, but I love the video where you got spooked by a spider just off... Oh, I remember that happening. I don't remember which video it was, but I do remember that one a lot. Oh, it's so good. Yo, Time to Dice just getting recognized in the chat. Hold on, let me check out this channel here real quick. Let me just go and ooh, hey yo, okay, I see you are pulling the 2 lock. I'm gonna keep that pulled up for later. But yeah, my current viewer ratio to subscribed, it's 50-50. That's actually not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It's 50% subscribed, 50% not, which shocks me. Yeah, I need to do more skits. I really need to do more skits. They were so much fun. Golly. Alright, any other questions? Opinions on dark chocolate. It is the superior chocolate. Dark chocolate is richer, it's a little bitter, so you don't eat it nearly as fast, but each bite is more uniquely and solely enjoyable on its own merits. I absolutely love dark chocolate. Start doing Starfinder skits. I wish Starfinder videos got views. But I might start doing Pathfinder skits again. And just dumb, funny stuff. I like being a dumb, funny idiot.
Thank you
it's
for
really,
your
really
patronage.
enjoyable.
Hey guys. Remember when I asked that question about
Oh
story
yeah,
writing?
I remember.
That was
Thank you,
such a
David.
great day.
Oh god, that was a great day. I remember that. Holy cow. If only $5 more would land in my bank. I'm fucking kidding. So my tricks on story writing is not much. Let me pull up a notepad here, and I can share my writing genius. So we've got this. I'll show you my process here up front. LibreOffice Writer. Here we go. All right. I always set to 20-point font. Very important. And I'll say... Actually, you know what? Do I have the one-shot I wrote? Where is it? Yeah! Is this it? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here is my one-shot that I played for the raffle. The raffle that I ran. The winner got to run the playthrough the one-shot. So, here's all I do. I come up with a basic one-sentence plot in my head. And it is Rykonitus the Fortune Dragon has been corrupted by a cursed item that he absorbed. This was a level 9 one-shot. Or I think it was level 7. And I just expand a little bit, but this is all I write for an entire 5-hour one-shot. And most of this is combat. Like, this is actually more than I usually write. But, yeah, so... Rykonitus, corrupted by cursed items, been overwhelmed by a need to acquire more and more riches, even beyond... I don't even usually prep this much. I prepare more for one-shots than I do for sessions. But yeah, Rykonitus got corrupted. Now he's greedy. He's been robbing merchants and killing them on the Golden Road. So, the party starts out west of Thuvia. They've picked up the quest and promises of great rewards. They'll find a spot of attack. On a 1 through 10, they find a ransacked caravan. On an 11 through 12, they find a destroyed caravan and a bloody mess. And yeah, I just here's a scene and a combat. Here's a scene and a combat. Here's a scene and the prep. Here's the scene with Rykonitus, followed by how I plan to run the combat. I gave him a cool thing, where for a single action, he can rip a magic item out of his hoard, and it'll be a d6 of any of these 6 magic items. I really enjoy making up my own gimmicks for games. That's always my biggest, most fun part of DMing. I change the rules constantly. I change the rules within the scope of the rules. I love it. We need a Nonat Pathfinder 2e Let's Play. How many of you were here when I did that? 4 years ago. Does anybody remember when I did a live play? I'm gonna guess maybe one person in this chat. Maybe Blazing would remember. But overall, yeah, all these question marks. Let's find this real quick. It's been privated. It's been privated for years because I didn't want to just leave up 3 episodes. I did 3 episodes of a live play, and the viewership was sadly so low I couldn't keep it going because similar to where I'm at now, I needed the money sort of I was living paycheck to paycheck off of early YouTube stuff. And these videos took like 8+ hours each to make. They each took over 8 hours to edit down, not to mention the 5 hours it took to record them, because they were sessions. But here, let me give you what I want to do at some point. We're not going to do it here today. One of these days, I want to do a live stream where I rewatch all 3 of these episodes. Because I remember being so proud of these videos. But they just did not get the viewership that I was hoping for.
Sponsored by Fantasy Grounds. Howdy everyone, my name is Nonat, and today I am joined by 4 wonderful fellows to be playing through Paizo's The Slithering Adventure. I think you might know who I am because this is on my channel, but if not, howdy, I'm Nonat, and I will be the game master for this adventure. Tyler?
Yeah, my name's Tyler. I am the game master for the Min-Max podcast.
I did not know how to edit videos.
Really excited to play in a game with Nonat here.
I am Swanee from Min-Maxed, obviously. Played characters such as...
And, like, once it really got into it, I was very proud of the editing. I sped it up
Understanding
a
of its
lot.
movements, and then I gain a +2 status bonus to my next attack if I attack.
Yeah, it has no weakness, but you do know that due to its large gelatinous form, it is not the most apt at reflex saves.
And when I do that, there's also kind of like a...
This is what I would want to do. If I came back to this today, I would want to make a live play that only keeps in the important things, both story-wise and mechanically. It just keeps going faster and faster. Oh my god, my chat was frozen. I just got like 50 messages at once. Shut up and do it again. Actual plays really struggle with viewership. That's the problem. Like Critical Role Abridged, basically. I imagine that exists, 100%. Min-Maxed are adorable. I love Min-Maxed. They were fantastic. I talked to Tyler occasionally. We've talked like once in the last year or two, but they were. I never had anything but great experiences with them. That was such a fun little campaign we were doing. We used Fantasy Grounds, Time to Dice. We used Fantasy Grounds. We were sponsored by Fantasy Grounds. They gave all of us free copies of Fantasy Grounds. It was awesome. It was technically one of my first sponsorships. I plan to run Slithering. Slithering is really fun. I never finished it. I want to go back to it someday. I had a blast. But, yeah, as a live stream, perhaps actual play might perform better. No. Unless you are huge, live plays, ironically, live plays do not perform well as live streams. It's hard, it's weird, and it's backwards to think about. Most live plays I know of, people live stream them because they enjoy it, and they like having a small audience around it, which is fucking awesome. But it's rare to see a live play get over 20 viewers. It's super sad, but true. Especially just because they're so long, you know? You can't just stick around most of the time. Most people can't take 3 hours out of their week to watch a live stream. Unless you're Glass Cannon, sure. You know, Glass Cannon, Critical Role, Dropout, all those. Brendan Lee Mulligan, which I think is the same thing. All of them, yeah, of course they're gonna pull viewership because they have star power. Star power is what you need to bump it off. But if you're not doing, what am I trying to say? If people don't know who you are, like no one knows who I am, people aren't going to watch. I've thought about it. Yeah, Critical Role's too big to fail. They're never going to fail. I've thought about it. I want to. I really, really do want to. It's something I would greatly enjoy doing. I just don't have the time and money. I know everyone who says they'll watch, I know you will. I know you will. The problem is, I guarantee if I released an episode of a live play tomorrow, it would get maybe 3,000 views. And then each episode after that would get less views, because that's the nature of the beast. 1 million people might watch episode 1, and then 500,000 might watch episode 2. Obviously not for me, but it tends to drop by halves for the first 3 or 4 episodes, and then it tends to drop off 10% each. Like, this video apparently got 3,000 views. I don't know how. Like, apparently I thought that was... I think the first episode did fine. I think that was pretty okay for my original video performance. But, so that one got 3,000, and then episode 2 got 1,000, and then episode 3 got 700. And once that video got 700 views, I backed up and said, okay, this is not worth 8 hours of effort right now. I can't do it. So, like, maybe I'll go back to it someday. I don't know. But right now, it's just not worth it. It's big sad. I would love to, but I need to know that I can make rent first. I could make it audience supported. I need to get better at asking you for money. Obviously, I ask for Patreon, but like, maybe it's something I could look into. Like, if each episode was a sub goal, I don't know. But then I hate asking for money, because asking for money feels so fucking gross. But I guess, like, if people wanted to see it bad enough, and I had enough people on, if I had the right cast on board, and it was entirely audience funded, then I guess the viewership technically wouldn't matter, as long as we made enough money per episode to keep it going. Let's start with a one-shot. I'd personally fund your... I appreciate that. I know. That's the thing is, Corey, I know you would. That's the funny thing. I know you're not joking, because I've seen how you donate. Oh, but money is temporary. What essential sci-fi themed class concept do you think isn't covered by this 2e playtest? Obviously, yeah. Or the future Technomancer or Mechanic. I think... probably a melee man-at-arms. Like, we've got Soldier, we've got Operative. They do have melee options. I think there's still room... I think there's something that needs to be akin to the Flurry Ranger. A swift, deadly melee combatant that can jump between enemies super fast. Maybe something involving teleporting, like a teleporting assassin class of some kind. Like, just call it the Warper. Would be sick. I'd buy you another VR headset. Corey, you are responsible for so much exercise over the last 2 years. Like, without you buying me that VR headset, which, by the way, is right. It's right. It's right. It's right. There. Right. Right. There. There it is. Ding. You are responsible for so much of my exercise over the last 2 years. Kind of like the idea with the Declaration where donos give characters monsters hero points. That is fun. Absolutely. It's a cool idea. I don't want to perform in front of a live audience, which is weird because I'm an actor. I love performing in front of a live audience. I find performing in front of an audience takes a lot of the spirit of the game away, and it becomes a show, not a game, which is hard because it is a show, but it's also a game, and it gets really hard to find that balance. Other than recording, editing, and so on, it requires GM preparation. It takes a lot of preparation. You know, I have to... If you are recording a live play, you have to be sure, as the GM, there is no dead air. Because dead air, not only is it awkward for the players, it's really awkward for the audience, and people will leave. And that's why I want to do an abridged version where I just speed run through all the important and funny stuff and turn a 3-hour session into a half-hour video. That would be my ideal version of it. Patreon goal? Could be a Patreon goal. If I can hit a point on Patreon where I'm making enough money per month that viewership loss doesn't matter, I would be happy to do the work, you know? If my Patreon ever hit, like... maybe 2,000 a month, then that combined with my usual ad revenue, plus if I can get sponsors, would be enough to give me, like, leeway, a little bit of wiggle room to live on. So I'll consider it. I'll definitely consider it. Get a throne goal, yeah. Money's temporary. Matthew is stuck on the Ragathiel train. Matthew's actually just Ragathiel at a keyboard. Like, come on, people need to know more about me. Like, yeah, exactly, Silent Brad. That's freaking awesome. You do it because you like to. It's a great way to keep a VOD that you don't have to upload anywhere else. You know, it's auto-saved on the live stream site. Anywhere, anytime, you know, like 10 years from now, it'll probably still be there, and you can go back and watch it and relive those memories. That's how I feel about... I did a game with my friends over on... it's called Tabletop Discussion and Discourse. Not to be confused with the channel Discussion and Discourse. But, where is it? We have our entire 3.5 campaign is saved. You know, I can look back at this video 4 years ago. I can just click it and open it and be like, boom, this is me and my friends playing D&D 4 years ago. Lord knows what we're going to hear because we did not censor anything. It's a penalty.
Okay. Well, he doesn't have to use... he can use his weapon to do non-lethal. He has a club.
You take a -4. It's not, like, entertaining that much, but...
You still take... Yeah.
It's there.
You're not trained
go back and watch it. It's super cool. You know, I love having the freedom to go back and watch me and my friends playing games. It's freaking awesome. Where was I? I was at this one. You heard of people. Upload both the hyper edit and the uncut. Yeah, at that point I might as well, because the uncut can just exist. The uncut would... The hard part is I don't want to flood my channel. You know, I want my channel to feel cohesive in what it is, and that's something I've always struggled with. And if I start uploading the uncut and the hypercut, like, yes, it would be extra ad revenue, but it would also be 2 videos
Hello,
at once.
I like money.
Holy!
If it was not for you, I know for a fact I would not be anywhere near this game. I still remember picking up the 2E core rulebook and seeing your original barbarian guide. Thanks for all the content and community.
Thank you so much, Blazing. It seriously really touches me. Not only just the money, obviously, because that's helpful, but just that you've been around for so long. Legitimately, you are in some of my oldest video, like stream VODs out there. I guarantee if I load up one of my old freaking stream VODs, I could, within minutes, find one of your chat messages in there. Thank you for being part of this community for so long, Blazing. Always popping in here at, like anytime I stream, whenever I stream, you always manage to make it in. And I really appreciate that. Thank you. If you're not modded, you should be. You're a mod, right? You're not a mod? Oh my god. Good lord. There we go. That is way overdue. Holy cow, Blazing Glory. Now you are. Welcome. Claps, claps. Please note, you can't buy your way into modhood. I always thought they were a mod, and I just never got around to it. I always meant to make them a mod. They've been here for a while. Let's go. Hell yeah. Rolled a Puss in Boots inspired Swashbuckler. Oh, that's great. You could be like a catfolk or a Patra. Space Puss in Boots. Space Puss in Space Boots. That's great. Oh my god. I wish Starfinder did better. It's so cool, guys. You can scroll to a random page on here and be like, what is this? Let's see. Oppressive presence. Once per round, target creature you can see within 60 feet. The target becomes suppressed. If they target you with a strike, it loses suppressed. Like, that's so cool. I just scrolled to a random page, and this is a soldier feature. They can just do that. They can just be like, hey, shoot me or take a -1 to all attack rolls. Starfinder's so cool. Starfleet battles? What is that from? Is that from Starfinder 1 or a different game? Starfinder is so cool to the max. Absolutely. God. Like, if I go down here, covering fire, 1 or 2 actions. 1 action, make a range strike against the target, select an ally. If your strike hits the target, you deal no damage, but they become suppressed and make a -2 penalty against, which is weird, because these don't stack. That's a weird choice. But, yeah, it basically just ups their suppressed to -2 instead of -1. Because suppressed is circumstance, it's not status, even though it is a condition, which is a little bit weird. Or 2 actions, make an area of fire, select an ally within the first range increment. Your ally doesn't need to be inside the area of effect. Any foes you attack take a -2 to attack the ally. You can just protect your wizard! Ah! That's so cool. There's no ship combat in the playtest. No, there's no ships or vehicles in the playtest, which is hard, because there are some subclasses that specifically interact with vehicles, but I'm guessing it was just easier to put them in here than to not put them in later. Because we're going to get another playtest book in January. Is Ragathiel not Starfinder? Are Nauticula them there? What are they up to? They gotta be up to something. If they're a demigod, they're probably immortal. Yeah, hotshot. I hope Starfinder catches on. We'll have to wait until next year and see. How would you make a ranged weapon Swashbuckler? You really can't? You can. No, what's up, Joy Remix? How we doing? Like, Swashbuckler in itself only functions on melee weapons. It'd be like making a ranged barbarian.
Thank you for your patronage.
Not as much as I used to donate, but you deserve every dollar, dude. Stay epic.
You better be able to afford that. You know? You were just talking about how you don't have money anymore. You better be able to afford that, and you better not be donating when you can't afford it. Because Lord knows I've done that enough. But yeah. No, the way Precise Strike works is make a strike with an agile or finesse melee weapon or unarmed attack. So, you know what? Yes. There is a way to play a ranged... There is a way to play a ranged Swashbuckler. And it is with a Leshy. No, thrown weapons don't count. When a weapon is thrown, it is no longer a melee weapon. A thrown weapon is a ranged weapon. But a finesse unarmed attack, like the Leshy's pods... Let me go find the Leshy here. Let me see. Leshy in Player Core 1, they have a heritage that lets them throw seeds. It's either a heritage or a feat. Is it a feat? Seed pod. Your body produces a nearly endless supply of hard seed pods. You gain a seed pod ranged unarmed attack with a range increment of 30 feet for 1d4 damage. Because Swashbuckler does not say unarmed melee attack, that qualifies. So you could be a Swashbuckler with panache, gaining the precise strike damage bonus on your thrown seed pod attacks. You could use combination weapons. Yeah, but then there would be no reason to use your ranged. Can you use your finisher with that? Hold on, can you use your finisher? Confident finisher, obviously. Damage type is that of the weapon or arm strike used for the strike. Huh. Wait, confident finisher doesn't need to be melee? Hold up. Hold up. They want to use a crossbow that just shoot and reload every round? Oh, that's hard. Did they do it with Foxfire? I don't think is Foxfire? Where's Kitsune from? Kitsune Tsui. That was Secrets of Magic, right? Ancestry Guide. Is Foxfire an unarmed attack? Hold on. It might be. Foxfire. Yes! Yes, you could Swashbuckler with Foxfire. You will gain the bonus to damage. Oh, wait. It's not Agile or Finesse, is it? That probably relates to my original thing, too. There's no traits on this. No, wait, no. It's not Agile or Finesse. Flying Blade enables throwing weapons? Oh, really? Is that a feat? Ah, there it is. Okay, so there's a level 1 feat to get thrown weapons. There you go. Not actually going to be asking a question. I need to finish something about Starfinder 1E game. Totally fine, Torn. Appreciate you. Laser Eye. But yeah, I just unproved my own point in that these ranged attacks, like Foxfire, don't have Agile or Finesse. So even though they would apply, they don't qualify. Oh
Thank
my
you
god,
for your
Joy!
patronage.
I'm not sure how far into 1E you got, but what are some things you'd be excited to see return to Starfinder?
Definitely the Shapeshifters,
I'm hoping
whatever it's
Plattest
called.
2 brings some more of the wacky ancestries back. Happy for what you cover.
Thank you, Joy. It really means a lot. For Starfinder classes, I would love to see Nanosite and... what's the... Evolutionist. I would love to see Nanosite and Evolutionist come to 2E. That would be phenomenal, and hopefully those would get more people eyes on it. Because right now, it's easy to look at Starfinder 2E's playtest and go, Soldier, that's the fighter. Operative, that's the rogue. Witch Warper, that's the wizard. Mystic, that's the cleric. It's really easy to say that and not actually want to check it out yourself. What I want to see, at some... I'm going to say it right now. Pathfinder and Starfinder both, they need a video game. You know what it means? That they use the same system? You could make one game with multiple campaigns in it. One for Pathfinder and one for Starfinder. You know what would make that pop off in the mainstream? A campaign builder, like Neverwinter Nights. If Pathfinder, and by extension Starfinder, could release a game that has an amazing standalone campaign, along with the ability to build your own, I think the community would take that by storm. They would like remake existing adventure paths in the engine, and I think that would pop PF2 off the map. I don't know if it would be better than BG3. BG3 would probably still be a deeper game, at least as far as like story and intertwining quests and stuff go. But I think it can happen. Once PF2 gets a video game, I think it will do so many favors. It's like the game is made for a video game adaptation. Reactions, 3 actions per turn. It's literally just Divinity's action point system, but limited to 3 per turn. Like, would be so easy to understand for a player of the video game, and so much of that video game would translate over to the tabletop game. It would be perfect. Hopefully that Solatra rumor? What? Solatra. Okay. 2E. I'm not seeing anything about that. What's the Latra rumor?
Hello, I like money.
Idea for potential SF2E video that might get views. Options form SF2E that would fit unmodified in PF2E and how they could be used. Could be a top 5 or 10 or whatever format you like.
Honestly, you're onto something there. I think if I formatted it...
I like money.
Owlcat did say they were open to making a PF2E game.
Yo, thank you for
Though
all the
there are
donations,
no
Blazing
plans
Glory.
for it at the moment.
appreciate all of
Anyways,
it so
I've got to go
much.
for tonight. You have a good
Have a
night.
wonderful night, boss. Appreciate you so much. I don't know if I would want Owlcat working on it or not. Owlcat's fine. I would... Alright, listen. Hear me out. BioWare. BioWare makes a game using the PF2 system in the Galarian universe. I think that would sell like mad. I think it would make Pathfinder explode. I think it would do well enough. I don't think it would do as well as Dragon Age or as well as, you know, Mass Effect, but I think it would have its niche audience. Even if it was BioWare B Team. Is BioWare owned by EA? Oh, no, don't tell me. Oh, is BioWare completely owned by EA? Oh, they've owned them since 2007! No! No! Damn it. Oh, God. That sucks. Damn. I wonder... Oh, they're Obsidian, right? The original BioWare creators went to make Obsidian? Or is Obsidian just always separate? Whoever made Pillars of Eternity. Yeah, Obsidian. Yeah. Okay, Obsidian then. Obsidian is phenomenal. They still make fantastic games. They are owned by Xbox Game. I don't think that's actually that bad of an idea. I know Xbox is obviously owned by Microsoft. They've been phenomenal the last few years. Xbox Game Pass is worth its weight in gold. But yeah, no, then Obsidian. I think Obsidian with a PF2 video game would go so hard. How do we make this happen? Obviously, yeah, Onibachi, if Larian could make a PF2 game, because, like, they've been confirmed to not be making Baldur's Gate 4. So, like, how do we get Larian to make Pathfinder Secrets of Magic? Or not Secrets of Pathfinder a Strength of Thousands. Or ooh, that's an interesting question, chat. What adventure path would you want to see Larian turn into a video game? Or would you want to see something totally unique? I'm going to run to the bathroom, so I want to see your answers when I get back. I'll be right back. Alright, let's see what your answers are. Rise the Rune Lords, Rise the Rune Lords, Rise the Rune Lords. Crimson Throne, Rise the Rune Lords. Oh my god. Alkenstar would be fun. Reign of Winter. I feel like Rise of the Rune Lords would work best. A, it's really, really popular. It would bring a lot of PF1 heads over just to see their favorite adventure path put into a video game. I think that would get a lot of people playing, even if they don't know PF2, but they'd still be willing to learn because it's a video game. Which could in turn convert some of them to actually trying PF2 as a whole. And also, like, it's classic fantasy. I know a lot of us are bored of classic fantasy, but classic fantasy is what sells. So, like, Quest for the Frozen Flame would be good too. That's absolutely true as well. Also, I've been informed by my email that this QR code does not work, so allow me to go remove that from the stream, because that is just taking up space, and it is dead to me. You die. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, no, Rise of the Runelords would be super cool. Larian original preferred? Yeah, absolutely. Abomination Vaults would be easy. I'll give you that. If they wanted to test the waters with, like, a B team, I think Abomination Vaults would be a nice, in the grand scheme of things, easy to develop game, because it would be, you know, it's 10 levels. They don't need to go past level 10. It's, like, whatever, a 20-floor dungeon or whatever it is. And they would just have to make one city and one dungeon. They could sell it for $20, test the waters. If that goes well, they make more. New to Pathfinder, so I only have experience with Bloodlords. Ooh, Bloodlords would be great. Bloodlords would be an awesome video game. Letting Larian make an original adventure set in Galarian would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. Oh, yeah. I think Larian could do some really fun stuff, especially if they got a couple of Pathfinder's writers on board to keep everything lore accurate. Oh, that's true. They wouldn't. I don't know how to feel about the Abomination Vaults game from BCOM. Has there been any updates on that? I haven't heard anything about that in, like, months. Let me see. BCOM Abomination Vaults. It's like, why is it a hack and slash? Like, you want people to play your game. Why? Oh, they haven't even released a trailer in over a year? Game panel. Okay, they did a panel at PaizoCon about the game. And there was Gallowspire Survivors, which was fine. It was an okay game. It was just Vampire Survivors again. We have not gotten a trailer or any update on Abomination Vaults in over a year. Yeah, like, did they not see how people reacted to the new Dark Alliance? It's not what people want. Why did they jump on the bandwagon to say, yeah, let's make a hack and slash Pathfinder game? Like, they chose two formats, hack and slash and Bullet Heaven, which have nothing to do with Pathfinder. I don't really get it. Just know Justin's really on the right case there. Which one would give us the most sexy NPCs? True. Nothing new on the Steam page. Is there even a release date on Steam yet? I don't have confidence in that game seeing the light of day. I hate to say it. Like, I would love to be proven wrong. That would be great. I accidentally wrote Babomination Vaults. Pathfinder Abomination Vaults. Release date coming soon. That's it. Oh, BCOM. Like, even Gallowspire Survivors ended up getting mixed reviews because it's just a less deep Vampire Survivors. It's got some cool stuff, but it's not it's not going to change your life or anything. Check the Kickstarter. Interesting. I'd play the hack and slash person. I'd be more hyped if it was in the style of Dynasty Warriors. That would be cool. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, we haven't gotten a CRPG since Wrath of the Righteous. And when did that come out? When did Wrath come out? I still need to finish Wrath someday. It's first edition. Wrath was... oh, no, I played it in 22. I haven't played it in a year and a half. Oh, my God. That came out in 2021. I guess that was only 3 years ago. I guess Wrath of the Righteous was only 3 years ago. Oh, just get you still in 3D modeling. There we go. Easy game. Just give me a Pathfinder MMO with free archetype unlocked. There was an attempted Pathfinder MMO. Did y'all know about that? It failed miserably. I want to know, did anybody here know about the Pathfinder MMO? Only a small handful of players got to play it, and it shut down 3 years ago. Like, it was going to be set in the Pathfinder. Wrath was 1E and not 2E? Exactly. You got to... Wait, you played it, Mook? You got to play it? Oh my God. Oh, there's some screenshots. Oh, wait, there's some screenshots. I don't think I've seen these screenshots. Hold on. So these are screenshots from the Pathfinder MMO. Like, it's been in development since, like, the early teens. Like, the early 20-teens. So, obviously, it's not, like, the prettiest thing in the world, but it exists. Yeah, so these are from the Pathfinder Online MMO. Like, it definitely was nothing special graphically, I'll give it that much. Bullseye shot, half draw, impact, critical. I don't even know what any of these are. Bag of smelly stuff, Goblinoid. You'll love to see it. Yeah, I would have definitely tried it. I don't know if there was anything special about it, but, like, I would have tried it. I don't know if it would have been any good, but I would have tried it. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. As of July 27th, the Abomination Vault Kickstarter is asking for playtester signups. Alright, I can try to see if I can get myself in on that. Now that I'm back to covering Pathfinder stuff, maybe they'd let me. It was developed as proof of concept. Yeah, it did shockingly well on Kickstarter, right? Didn't it? Pathfinder MMO Kickstarter. Oh, there it is. I found the Kickstarter itself. Hold up, hold up. There it is. It made over $1 million. Just goes to show. Like, I hate to say it, it takes more than $1 million to make an MMO. It takes a lot more than $1 million. And it takes a lot. Golly. Oh my god, look at the young picture of Eric Mona. Holy cow. Yeah, they were going to get WizKids involved. Tons of add-ons. But it takes multi-millions. It takes multi-millions to make an MMO, unfortunately. Like, that's why people... What was that game that was going around, that, like, fake MMO that was supposed to be the last MMO you ever play? What was it called? I forget. Dreamworld? Dreamworld. Like, how much did Dreamworld make? Dreamworld Kickstarter. Dreamworld made... Oh, they only made 60,000. Takes more than 60,000 to make an MMO, guys. Sorry. What happened to the one Amazon did? Oh, which one? The successful one? New World? Was that the one? Yeah, New World. New World did really well for like a month. What's the New World player count at? Steam chart. 3,000 playing. Down from 900,000 peak. That's a pretty big loss. That's literally about a 95% player loss. They have been losing players monthly since October 2023. Yikes. Something I'd love to see in Laura's romantic relationship with Nocticula. Oh, Josh Strife Hayes is the only reason I know anything about MMOs these days. I will say he did get me to play Neverwinter Nights again. His video on Neverwinter Nights was phenomenal. I want to play Neverwinter Nights so much. I want to play it on stream one of these days. I definitely want to stream games again at some point. I don't know when. It'll probably be on the weekends. I don't think I'll save the VODs, but I think I'll still go live with it. Neverwinter Nights is fantastic. Imagine if it stopped destroying people's graphics cards at the launch. That's right. Had so many problems. He is the Bob Ross of MMOs. He just talks in a British accent and explains things, and it makes my brain happy. I love old games. That's why I love Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Doesn't matter what kind of computer you have. You can run those games as long as the computer came out after 2005. Like, it's phenomenal games that just hold up so well. Neverwinter Nights definitely has a lot of issues, but overall it plays so smooth. It is so good. I'm almost done Shadows of Undrentide, and then I'm hopefully going to follow that through into the following campaign for epic levels. The story's fantastic. I mean, the story of the first campaign is fine. I will say the first act of the base campaign is good. After that, it gets very repetitive. Shadows of Undrentide, however, really, really enjoying that so far. I need to play Neverwinter Nights 2. I think I own it. Do I own Neverwinter Nights 2? Neverwinter... I actually don't. I don't own Neverwinter Nights 2. Maybe I've never played it. Did they add any classes or anything to Neverwinter Nights 2? Or is the character option still the same? God. Anyway, I'm probably going to wrap up this stream here pretty soon. Does anyone have any last-minute questions about Pathfinder? Or Starfinder? Or D&D? Or my dinner plans? or that I'm going to sneeze. It's gone. Tons of classes? Okay, cool. I'm trying to sit down to play the original Baldur's Gate, but I've been having so much trouble. It definitely is a slow game, especially early on. I'll say once you hit like level 4 or 5, Baldur's Gate gets a lot more interesting. I played a great weapon fighter through that, and it was great. Really good story, really good characters, love it all. The lawful good paladin turned on my evil party, and we slaughtered him in cold blood. It was fantastic. What is the best sandwich? Tuna. Tuna salad sandwich. Well, you know what? No. A buffalo chicken sandwich. Like a fried buffalo chicken sandwich is probably the best sandwich in the world. Are your dinner plans people? They're not, because I'm not a vampire, and I find that incredibly insulting and offensive to me, and as such, I'm going to look at you very angrily and close up for no reason. That's not me. That's you. Hold on, I stretched you. Apologies. Angry. Anyway. That was stupid. Reset transform. Oh no, I'm tiny! There we go. All's correct. All's fine. Kinky. Favorite Starfinder weapon? So far, just the cryo cannon, because it's so freaking cool. How many cornflakes is in that box? About a third. Maybe a little bit less. It's the first time I've moved that box in 4 weeks, by the way. I have not touched that box otherwise. What are you going to eat for dinner? Probably... I have no idea. I've got soup, I've got salad, and I've got ramen noodles. That's about it. Is the Starfinder 2e playtest a good way to get into Starfinder? Yes, absolutely. If you're just curious about... I mean, it doesn't have that much lore in it, so you're not going to get much lore, but I think playing Starfinder in the 2e game system is fantastic. What's my favorite pizza? Spinach with olives, feta cheese on a garlic parmesan sauce. What is your least favorite class in any Paizo game? Probably 1E Witch. It feels really complicated and awkward. I played it in Kingmaker, and I played it in Wrath of the Righteous, and I did not enjoy it. What do you think about the changes to snares in PC2? Oh, did we get snares in PC2? Wait, did we get snares? I didn't even see we got snares! There's so much. It's so hard to keep track of everything that was added. Snares! Oh my god. How'd they change? Snares built in a 5-foot square. Only one square can't be moved. Snares usually still triggered. Click point 24 hours. Spend 1 minute to craft a snare by expending amount of money equal to the snare's listed price. Okay. Okay, you have to get a snare toolkit. Okay. For snare discount, you spend downtime. Detecting snares, triggering snares, disabling snares. Interesting. Alright, cool. I dig it. And then the snare crafting feat is 234. Snare crafting. Oh, it's just a skill feat! Neat. That's awesome. I like that snare crafting is just a skill feat now. I love that. That's amazing. Is this the Dampier? Enjoy. I like Dampiers. They're cool. Have you found any, what's the F stand for? I know LGS is local game store. I don't know what FLGS is. Yo, see you later, Time to Dice. Thanks for hanging out. Not a 1E vampire hunt. Shut up, Dustin! Oh my god. Is that the first message you've sent in this chat? Speaking of which, Dustin? Dustin! Family stuff. Let's go. That's so cool, Dustin. It's so freaking cool. Y'all, we got a freaking dev in the chat. Love to see it. Thoughts on Maelstrom and Axiom? Don't know what that is. Happy I can make it stream again. What's the best flavor of... Y'all are mean. Y'all are really mean. I'm not a vampire! The sun is out. Do you want me to go open my curtain? Golly. 536 flakes. Do you have a Discord? I do, Mike. If it's not in the description of this video, it's in the description of any of my other videos. The Discord is great. We have an amazing community there. It's fantastic, people. Let's see. What is the best deadly weapon? Probably just the Arbalest. No, you know what? I'm a fan of pistols. I'm a fan of pistols that deal 1d6 and then turn into 3d12. Friendly local game stores. Gotcha. Yes, there's one nearby me. I don't want to dox myself, so I won't name it, but it's really, really nice. I've been really, really enjoying it. First physical cover credit. That's so freaking cool, Dustin! Is your name going to be on the official release too? Or just the playtest? It's the guy! How do you feel about the clunkiness of multi-armed ancestors? I think it's balanced. I think if you gave them 6 full hands to do whatever they want with, you would end up with a fighter who has 6 different weapons that deal 6 different types of damage and can handle literally anything you throw at them. Oh, sorry, 5 different weapons and 1 shield. I think spending an action to change your active arms is totally balanced. The vampire will no! It'll be in the credits. That's true, yeah. Which is so cool. Congratulations, Dustin. That's so freaking awesome to get your name on a freaking Paizo book. That's so great. I love that Jess's name is on here, too. Jess is a freaking sweetheart, and I love that their name is on the front of the rulebook. Freaking incredible. Favorite Starfinder 2E class. Favorite 2E archetype. Favorite Starfinder 2E class is the Soldier. Favorite 2E archetype. If we're going on power, it's the Investigator, since that's broken. But I don't like power as the judgment for what I like the best. Favorite archetype. I'm going to say Scroll Trickster. I just like being able to get any spell of any tradition on any character. It's so cool. Looking forward to Starfinder 2E. Just got Player Core 2. Let's go! Yeah, I miss... I had to leave all of my Paizo adventure books behind. I have all my rule books, but any of my adventure paths, short adventures, one-shots, all of those are still on the bookshelf in my old house, and it sucks. I'm blushing they did so much. That's so good. Favorite Summoner Eidolon? I have not played a Summoner in forever. Off the top of my head, Animal. I like big, fancy, fey animal. The Beast Eidolon. That's the one. Super fun. I don't even remember what it does. I just like the flavor. Favorite skill feat is the Leap for Cover. I don't think I've read that one yet. Let me see. Leap for Cover. It's a skill feat, you said? L, please. L plus ratio plus your bald plus Starfinder plus it's the future plus everything is Chrome in the future. Is it called Leap for... No, it's not called Leap for Cover. I don't know what it's called. One spell in Starfinder 2E to have in real life. Measure would be nice. Measure would be really nice. You just instantly know the length and width of anything. Favorite kinetic element. I am a big fan of Earth. I'm playing an Earth Soul, one single gate kineticist, Earth. They are fantastic. I'm the tank of the party, and it feels so good. What are some of the best classes to use medicine skill? All of them. I don't even care if you have an 8 in wisdom. Medicine is good on literally every character, because treat wounds is crazy, and battle medicine is broken. Oh, it's dive for cover. Gotcha. Yo, welcome to the Discord, Icefire. Hope to see you in there at some point. Let's see, dive for cover. One action, acrobatics. While threatened, you can quickly take a dive. You leap, land prone, and immediately... Wow. It is balanced because it's leap. So it's, what, 8 feet? Is that the default leap, or is it 5 feet? I think you can leap... I think you can only leap 3 feet up, 5 feet across. So I think it just makes you move 1 square, land prone. But you take cover, so you get that plus... Oh, it's greater cover! Wait, isn't that plus 4? Wait, greater cover is plus 4, right? It goes lesser cover, cover, and greater cover? Am I crazy? I never use cover enough in my games. I can't remember. Pathfinder 2E spell in real life? Approximate... Just off the top of my head. Thinking of kineticist and doing the silly and playing a wood-water kineticist as a vampire? Oh... But someone could make a stake out of your own tree. Specifying landing prone is its own balance point, and yes, plus 4. Okay, that's fantastic. That's a really good feat. Wow, I'm glad acrobatics got something strong. I love that. How would you incorporate an operative into a PF2 game? Probably just limit them to PF2 firearms. You'd be fine. Some of their subclasses wouldn't work as well. But overall, I think they'd be fine, right? That's the Mystic... Operative. Like, it does say guns, not firearms. I would allow them to use firearms, though. I would allow them to use expert firearms. And then, yeah, I think most of this would work fine in Pathfinder 2. You know, you ignore the volley trait of firearms you wield. You keep them in your sights or scope sight, which both of these will be a lot worse in Pathfinder. You would need to find an actual sniper rifle, but I love the idea of getting That's for level 9, I think, for enhanced exploit. Which, by the way, the sniper's enhanced exploit is wild. If you miss your first shot using a sniper rifle, it doesn't contribute towards multiple attack penalty, and you ignore unwieldy. Unwieldy means you can only shoot it once per round, and this just means you can shoot, and if you miss, you reload and shoot at full bonus again. Wild. Greater cover applies to reflex and stealth. Cool. I want to win all the jelly bean counting contests? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, because then I'll win the whole tub of candy, and I can bring it home and rot my teeth and hate myself the next morning. 10 feet for most people, 15 for most, for people with over 30 feet. Oh, that's leap? Okay, gotcha. Can't wait to read the playtest data on that. That'll be interesting. Oh, golly. Well, thank you all for joining me today. This was a blast. I really, really enjoyed it. Look forward to this weekend. I think I might try to stream again this weekend. Where do I get all my funny button-ups? Well, what a great thing to end the stream on. I'm glad you asked, Corey. Because they have officially sponsored the channel again. About a year and a half ago, I worked with people known as... Can we get this? Can we get this on the camera? Can we get it on camera? Almost. I'm trying not to strip on camera. TOS. Where is it? Oh, this is so hard. There it is. Geek Tropical. There it is. Geek Tropical. I'll pull up their website here on screen so you can see them. Geek Tropical are fantastic. They have sponsored the channel in the past, and they have sponsored it again. They are sponsoring a class guide next week, as well as another video either later that week or the following week. And over on Geek Tropical, which I'll actually grab my whatever the link is, the sponsored link. They have some of the funniest and best freaking shirt designs. Dinosaur chicken nuggies. You got your like Galaga and your D&D button down with like swords and stuff on it. They have a full D&D RPG section, which also I love that it says plus RPG. It says, he has my shirt. That's so sick. But yeah, they got dice. They've got like little polyhedrals. They've got the dragon scales is one I've always wanted. I've got this one, not this one coming in. Oh, those are just owl bears. Oh my god. Where's the one I have coming in the mail? Do they have mine listed here? Up there's my Hawaiian shirt that you see me wearing all the time. The one I ordered... I don't know how far down it'll be. I'll just have to wait. But yeah, oh, they've got like little cats and dice. They've got so much cool stuff. Dice critters. I absolutely love them. Let me go ahead and grab my affiliate. That's the word I was looking for. Affiliate link. And I will put that in the chat to wrap up the stream. Where was I? Over here. I go here. I do this on this monitor so that y'all aren't looking at my email. And then if I scroll up, I will find the affiliate link. There we go. Copy link address. I will throw that right here. Yeah, they're definitely not cheap shirts. They're about 40 bucks each and then shipping. But Geek Tropical is amazing. And anything you buy... Let's just put my email back on my freaking screen. Anything you buy from Geek Tropical supports the channel because it helps them know that people who watch me are buying their shirts, which means they're more likely to sponsor me again, which would be fantastic. And I love these guys. They're fantastic. They make good content. Why do I look out of focus again? Oh, well. Anyway, thank you all so much for hanging out. I'm going to go jump out of here and look forward to this weekend. I hope to stream a little bit more often. And, yeah. I'm liking the look of the future. See you later, everybody.